Now, let us understand more of guide color bar argument. Remember, we have used that argument when we were trying to modify the legend when we map the aesthetics to a continuous variable. Remember, with horsepower. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and say, if we come here now and say we want to map the color by the horsepower. Okay, so let's run this. So this was the plot. Now, if you look at your legend, you can see that this here is in some form of bars, right? And we can control those bars. So let's first look at controlling the width of these bars. So we can do that to clear the console. Now, we say it's scale, it's color, then it's continuous. Okay, then we want guide, then it's going to be guide. Let me remove this, and it's going to be guide underscore color bar. Okay, then we come and say bar width. Let's say we set this to 5, and let me move my plot a little bit. Okay, so let's run this. You observe we have managed to change the width. Okay, so that is how can you try to use this argument, which is bar width, in order to control the width of the bars in your legend. We can also do the same by also specifying what? The height. Okay, so in that case, you will come here and say bar height. Okay, now let's say we use 3 in this case. So you can see now the height has been modified. So you can also use 5. So you can see it keeps on increasing the height of the legend. So that is how you can try to control the width as well as the height of these bars. We can also control the number of pins as well as the ticks. Okay, so if we come in here and we say, when it's come to the number of pins, so we pass in nbin, and then we say 4. I'm gonna clear the console, and we say 4. You observe we now only have 4 number of pins. You can also say 3. You can see we now have 3 number of pins. Another thing that we can also control here is the ticks. So these ticks of the bars that we are seeing, we can also remove them by coming in here and say ticks, and we set these to false. So you can see we have managed to remove the ticks in this legend. So that is exactly how you can try to understand this guide function when the aesthetic is mapped into a continuous variable. And we'll see how can we use this guide color bar function.